Investors will often ask, and probably from an entrepreneur's perspective, perhaps hyper focus on gross margin. What's the gross margin of a business? And it's not it's not really, at least for me, it's not really a pure financial question like can I make money here. It's more about what gross margin symbolizes is how much value your business creates in the world. How much are you able to sell your product for versus how much is it costing you to produce. And to the extent your gross margin is zero or close to zero, really what you're doing is basically moving money around for free. Like there's not much that you are producing that your customers are finding value in that they couldn't receive without your involvement. And so, entrepreneurs will frequently talk about or lower their gross margins in order to derive growth, and then they assume they'll be able to get it later at scale. There's really no reason in most cases that you're going to be able to produce margins at scale that you can't produce now, or unless you have a really powerful network effects business or some other kind of business that actually will benefit from scale. And so I really encourage entrepreneurs to think carefully about that, because your gross margin symbolizes how good your products are, how differentiated your products are, and how much value your customers are deriving from them. And so pushing those to a certain point, or even setting your own goals and thresholds around them, actually makes a big difference. At Mob, we had a 40% gross margin that we held, and it was pretty. We had lots of debates internally. Sometimes we'd want to release products and features that were going to lower that, and everybody knew that I was really going to push against that. It became a big issue and a big goal inside the company that the entire team focused on, was making sure we did things at a certain gross margin. And there are some special cases where your superpower as a business can be having a razor thin margin, right? I mean, I think the most famous example would be Amazon, where Jeff Bezos saw other retailers' gross margins as a weakness, and he felt that he could operate a business with a thinner margin at a higher scale. That, I would say, is something many entrepreneurs may look to as motivation or as inspiration, but you have to be a world class operator, right? That's like basically piloting a plane 10 feet off the ground. It's doable if you're that level of pilot, and it's certainly impressive, but it's really dangerous. And so, to the extent you can be higher up and delivering value directly to your customers as opposed to doing stunt flying, that's probably a better idea for your business.